Let's move on and take a look at number 4. So number 4 is multiple answer. We know off the top that we're going to have more than one answer. Okay? In the question it says consider this expression, and here it is, 10 minus 4 divided by 5, divided by 0.5 plus 4. With all that being said, it says choose the statements below that correctly explain how you would use order of operations to simplify. Now, what I think is probably the easiest thing to do is to actually solve this and to simplify this expression down, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to rewrite it here on the board. 10 minus 4 divided by 0.5 plus 4. So I want to think about this for a second. Order of operations, it means PEMDAS. Okay, and with PEMDAS, I know I start with parentheses. I don't see any parentheses here, so I'm not starting with parentheses because there's none. Exponents is next, that's the E. There are no exponents, so I move on. Next, it's multiply and divide. We do that in the same step and work from left to right. So let me just check this out. Let's see, subtraction, division, addition. I found it. Division. I need to divide first. So I'm dividing 4 divided by 0.5. Now for people that aren't really sure about this, I can just take 4 divided by 0.5. And I remember my good friend Dot. She was afraid of the rain, and so she moved over to get out of the rain. And when the copycat decimal moves over, we have to add a 0. So now it's 5 going into 40. Well, that's good because 5 doesn't go into 4, but 5 does go into 40, and it goes in 8 times, right? 8 times 5 is 40. I can subtract and do all that. So now I'm going to rewrite the problem. 10 minus 8 plus 4. Okay, next up, I just have addition and subtraction. I do them together from left to right. So I'm going to subtract first. 10 minus 8. That's going to give me 2. And then finally I have 2 plus 4. That gives me my final answer of 6. And I feel really good that I got a final answer there. But the question isn't even asking me to find a final answer. It's asking me about the steps. So let's examine them. Letter A says first, simplify 10 minus 4. Well, let me just glance back over here and see what I did. I did not do 10 minus 4. So I know letter A is not right. Then it says first simplify 4 divided by 0.5. That's actually what I did first. So letter B is correct because that's what I did. Letter C says second add 0.5 plus 4. Let me see, I did 10 minus 8. I didn't do 0.5 plus 4, so that's probably not correct. Letter D says second add 8 plus 4. Let me see, oh no, I didn't do that either, so that can't be right. Letter E says second subtract 10 minus 8. Oh, that's exactly what I did. I did 10 minus 8, so letter E is correct. I'm going to circle it. Letter F says last add 0.5 plus 4. See, I added 2 plus 4, so that probably is not right. And then letter G says last add 2 plus 4. Well, by golly, that's exactly what I did. So letter G is correct too. So my answers here are B, E, and G. And I found those by really just simplifying the expression using PEMDAS and then comparing what I did to the answer choices that are over here. I'll give you a moment to make sure you've got that copied down. Make sure you know how to answer that question. We'll see similar questions like that coming up later in the week.